then you have found the right video for you. At ASM Art, I'm trying to bring, with a very easy LOFI ASMR, some calm into your stressful life, and have some easy things like a bracelet, easy sound, jingle, click, and brush sounds, and a very spoken and a very soft spoken manner that helps you to relax. So I started this journey with an original painting. You can see the start of the journey in the description and here. And I also mixed my own paint, which wasn't included in this set. So we will take this today and try to finish off some parts here. I'm mostly using this brush, which is a 3/0, which is a very, very thin brush. And I have my mixed bottle here. Do some tapping. And for correction, I use an ordinary makeup brush. That helps me to correct some spots if I might have drawn it wrong, or to blend out some harsh colors. So we start today with this lovely green color. I mix myself. I always wet my brushes first. I have my water pot here. And I will paint some of the .28 here, which is actually the biggest white color here, so I start here. And I'm trying to cover as much of the white canvas as possible. This is a very waffled-like canvas, so it's not that easy sometimes to have a full coverage. But paint by number reminds me of paintings I did when I was little, which always helped me to relax, stay calm, and unwind. So as I'm still a small channel at YouTube, I'm happy that I get some recommendations for the right audience, some YouTube recommendations. So if you are in need of some soft-spoken manual art, pieces and work to feel relaxed, some brush sounds, which I'm not too sure you can always hear them. I'm still new and I'm trying to figure out some ways to get a better microphone on spot here, which on the other hand is not too loud, to have like a quiet and nice experience where you can relax. For me, it also helps me fall asleep. It's like when I watch ASMR content, it's mesmerizing and very, very calming. Especially if you like these kind of triggers. So that's what I'm trying to give back to the ASMR community. There are a lot of really, really good channels out there, which I immensely enjoy. So if you are looking for something, special triggers, actually that kind of jingling was a feedback I got from one of my viewers, so thank you very much. I try to incorporate that into my videos. As I said, I'm watching ASMR for decades. However, never joined in doing that myself. But I'm happy to take you on the journey with me as I come along and learn a lot on the way. And I'm always open to suggestions. What makes you feel relaxed and unwind? So please just leave me a comment. I try to answer to all of them. But let's see. And I know you've asked, I'm not a professional painter or artist. I love art and I'm okay-ish with it. Still lots and lots to improve. I did art when I was younger. However, I'm still learning. And art, and that's the beauty of it, is quite subjective. So if you like it and you're happy with it, it's always good. Let's cover some of these areas. aspects I quite like, and I hope you do too. So nowadays, a lot of work and time goes online. You probably are just sitting in front of your mobile or computer. So, and me too, don't get me wrong. Me too. I like what the new world has brought to us like decades ago probably. It's getting more and more into an addiction. And I think to get a better balance, you need to find a way to do something different and probably more manual. And then again, I said in one of my last videos, actually you should start going from the left to the right in order not to smash the color and end up like that. Like I always do, because in spite of knowing this, I always draw in that direction. If someone can tell me why, please let me know. It feels more right to me to do that. But maybe I need to adapt more and change my approach. I love to color these little areas. It's a bit like a puzzle. I also love puzzles. Yeah, as I just said, that doesn't get any easier. You probably think, oh, what is she going to do? Does she learn? However, I think I just finished this one and then I might take a color. That's the beauty of it. Having your own flaws and accepting them. Maybe learn a little. But somehow, I don't know. Still, it's always time to learn something. Just think I might finish that one too. Okay. I think if I got smudged in enough of colors, and luckily this is acrylic color, so it will wash up easily with just water. Alright. So there's a lot of 28. I don't know if you can see that, but this one isn't covered as much as I'd love to, so I might have in the end around to go. Just see. Over these paints again in order to get a better coverage. For example, these having a really nice coverage. Maybe not so, but these have. And as these are obviously green leaves from a tree, they might not have to have that all the time. However, as I said earlier, you as the artist need to like it. So I'm going to brush out just take like cloth tissue to do some. To know it's like really clean. And I might take either the 29. Yeah, I'm taking the 29. Got my box of colors here. The 29 is a very lovely, like, grass green color. These boxes are so tiny, and I love that. And the 29. However, sometimes it's not easy to open it. Yeah, there it is. And see how the paint is. If I need to dilute this, or if color is fine, but I think it's fine. This is really nice, lovely color. I'm trying to start on the left. It's drying pretty quick. So, I mean, this is still wet, this middle area, but it will dry up fast. But I will not paint over here, because then I end up smudging the color here, so I will go down a little bit further. And I'm truly happy I started this journey, because I really like spending more time with art, and I love feedback I'm getting so far. So do please continue doing that. As you can see, try to incorporate all of your suggestions in here if it's too loud or the rain sound bothers. I love rain sound. I think it's always cozy. If it's raining outside, that's what I love in this kind of season to start. When it's cold outside and you have maybe the heating on or some warm clothes or a blanket and it's raining outside. That's really cozy. Snow is even better, but it's not the time of year yet. I hope so. For snow. Depends where you live, however. Sometimes it snows. I think snow's really magical on its own. So I'm looking forward to some winter drawings and arts. To remember to show you more of the color I use. Lovely color and very nice. Density to use. So how do you like the more colder seasons in the year? I mean, I'm also like a summer fan, and I like the spring with its flowers. However, I really like the fall with the snuggling up at home having like a coffee or a hot cocoa or tea. Depends what you prefer. I like all of that. So the coverage of this one is rather low, and for a paint by number painting you need to make sure that you don't see any numbers through. That's really important, otherwise I tell you from experience, if you're standing in front of it and you see that later on at the wall, you'll be not amused. Well, I am. So I like it when the colors do have a lot of coverage, strength. Sometimes you have to dilute that because it's too much and you can barely draw or paint. Like it. But this one is really nice. There's a lot of green area here. I remember even a palm tree over here sometime ago, but I'm not too sure. That will show you. I think that one might have been a palm tree here, but I'll show you in a minute. So that's my original picture I took. And you see here that this is actually a palm tree sitting here. That's not really how this one came out. This is very close though. The picture they've sent me is a paint by number picture. So let me just see to compare that. Pretty similar, however. The poor palm tree is gone. Maybe they couldn't make that happening in all the colors. I'm not too sure why. Then I'm not doing these. Should I get enough industrial done? More number 29s already. I tried to do some spots when I'm not filming, so this series, as I love it, will go on for quite some time, but then again we'll do also see some progress, and I will show you the finished painting when I'm done. And I also make maybe a compilation of the series in the end, so that it will be one video to see the whole picture come alive. There's one down here. use a bigger part of it. Bigger part is good. Because then you see success quickly. All the little number parts, it will take a long time to do them. Seriously though, I'm happy that it's taking a long time, because this is the essence of calmness to do so. So, on one hand, I'd love to finish that one, to see it finish. On the other hand, it's kind of sad to have finished it and to have no painting waiting for you in times you need to unwind, but I'm sure I will come up with a new idea. If you have ideas, please let me know. Whenever I stop to get new paint, I sometimes wonder where I've been, and I just need a moment to look for the unfinished field with new paint to finish. always try to, as these buckets are so tiny, try to use the color here and go for number 27. Yeah, it's a bit darker than the 29 color we used before. Well, it's okay. It's okay. I can clean that one up. Okay. Now, get these 27 bits done. Sorry for sometimes not saying something, but if these fields are so tiny and I need to concentrate a little to not mess it up. Because in the end I want to have a really nice picture. Sometimes I think it's about a small area, however, then it turns out to go on for quite a lot, and I'm happy to have got this one. So sometimes, well, I do have like a soft whisper spoken, but sometimes it's inaudible, which is also fine by me. From other ASMR channels I quite like more quiet and easy ones. However, what do you like? Do you like more subtitles or louder spoken? I don't know. Sometimes I also do no talking videos, which I also find very relaxing. Depends a bit what I'm doing. Sometimes cleaning up art projects sounds very satisfying. Probably best when not spoken to. shirts. I normally have my white painting shirt on, which is very crinkly, which I love. However, today I wanted to start the bracelet, and like a jingle bracelet, which is also making a soft and nice sound. I quite like it. And the brush sounds and some tapping sounds will also trigger some calm and unwinding, relaxing moments, which I found many years ago were best for me in ASMR to unwind, focus, and get to sleep more easily. And I'm happy to have discovered that there's a whole ASMR world out there with a lot of people that also enjoy those particular triggers and feeling ASMR is cozy. And I'm not surprised it's a growing community, for there are a lot of great videos out there to help you relax and stay healthy in this world of constant change and stress. So if this video brings any relaxation to you, I'm truly happy to have brought back a little of the ASMR world to you. And I'm happy to continue to do so. So if you like, accompany me on my journey. To bring you quiet peace and relaxation. And that's it for today. So, next time, in the next part of the series, I might start for the heaven bit, which is a large part of it, which I'm not too happy as the original. You can see this is blue. This kind of fits nicely. However, that blurring, not too happy about that, so I might start with this, and if I'm not too happy, then I might blur it myself. So be with me on the heaven journey. Have a great